I have already seen the quiet scheme forming against you, chosen one, and I have not turned my face away. Right now, in the places you cannot see, a hidden rival is gathering words and timing their moment to strike at your name. Do not scroll past this. Stay with me, because what I am about to show you is already being handled before it can reach your door. You have felt the strange heaviness lately, the sense that something is off even when no one has spoken aloud. That weight is not your imagination. It is the fringe of a plan that was meant to unravel the quiet reputation you have carried with integrity. Yet hear me clearly. The plan has been interrupted. I placed a covering over your name before the first whisper left their mouth. The covering is still there, thick and steady, and it will not be lifted by human hands. I watched the nights you kept your mouth closed when accusation would have been easy. I saw the moments you chose silence over defense, trusting that what was true would eventually stand. Those unseen choices stirred movement on your behalf. Because you refused to repay darkness with darkness, I began rearranging the pieces behind the closed door of this situation. The rival believes they are moving in secret. They do not know that every step is already known to me. Type 777 if you trust that I am guarding what they cannot touch. Something else is happening at the same time. The same spirit that once tried to isolate you is now being forced to reveal its own weakness. The arrows that were aimed at your character are turning back toward the one who shaped them. This is not revenge. This is protection. I am a shield around the one who walks uprightly, and I have not forgotten the quiet faith you practiced when no one was watching. You may have wondered why the tension has lingered longer than you expected. The delay is not neglect. It is precision. If the exposure had come too soon, the lesson would have been incomplete, and the covering I placed over you would not have had time to settle into permanence. I am teaching you to stand under covering rather than under constant self-defense. That strength is already forming in you. And while all of this is unfolding, I want you to know of a simple discovery that has been quietly changing lives. Have you heard of the 7-second brainwave method that was linked to early CIA research and later verified by 4 separate neuroscience laboratories? In just 7 seconds, it appears to reset the patterns that keep people stuck in lack, opening the way toward the kind of provision that includes dream homes, luxury cars, and the freedom to take the vacations once only imagined. The link is in the description and the comments, but it will not remain available forever. Click it before it disappears. Now return to me. The covering over your name is not passive. It is active. Even as the rival continues to move, I am planting a hedge that grows thicker with every attempt against you. The more they press, the more the hedge strengthens. You do not have to monitor every rumor. Your role is simply to remain steady, open, and ready. Forcing outcomes will only exhaust you. Trusting the covering will keep you at peace. I saw the morning you almost answered the accusation in your own strength, and then decided to wait. That single decision shifted the board again. Because you waited, the next move became mine. Because the next move became mine, the timing of exposure is now under my authority. The one who planned to ruin your name will discover that their words return empty, and the silence that follows will be louder than any defense you could have spoken. Type 111 if you believe the unseen covering is already working. Do not look away at this moment. There is still more. Beneath what you can see, I am also clearing the path of those who were beginning to believe the quiet lies. Some hearts that had started to doubt you are being turned back toward truth. You will not have to argue your case. The same spirit that covers you is also speaking to them in ways you cannot orchestrate. Stay out of the way of that work. Your stillness is part of the strategy. The loneliness you have felt in this season is not abandonment. It is elevation in disguise. When I lift a person into a new level of protection, the old circle sometimes thins for a time. That thinning is not rejection. It is refinement. Those who remain will be the ones who can walk with you under the covering I have placed. Those who leave were never meant to carry the weight of what is coming next. And this is the part you must not miss. The rival's plan was never only about damaging your name. It was an attempt to distract you from the larger assignment I have already written over your life. While they focused on reputation, I have been preparing the next open door. The covering is not merely defensive. It is preparatory. What tries to ruin you is being used to position you. Have you noticed how certain conversations have begun to dry up on their own? That is not coincidence. I am drying up the streams that fed the scheme. The more they try to water the rumor, the more the ground refuses to hold it. This is the quiet work of the covering. You do not need to water anything yourself. Simply remain under what I have already spread over you. Type Amen if you receive this covering as your own. There is a moment coming when the rival will overreach. In that moment, the covering will become visible even to those who once questioned you. You will not need to celebrate loudly. The quiet dignity you have practiced will speak for itself. Keep walking the same steady path. The path itself is part of the hedge. I have known you since before the first accusation was formed in anyone's mind. I knew the exact shape of this trial long before it reached your awareness. Nothing about it has taken me by surprise. The same hands that formed you are the hands that now hold the covering in place. You are not fighting for reputation alone. You are learning to rest under divine covering while I finish what was started. Before the next shift arrives, I want you to hear of something small yet powerful that many have overlooked. There is a 7-second brain ritual, originally connected to classified research and later confirmed by 4 neuroscience labs, that appears to open pathways toward unexpected provision. People speak of walking into seasons of dream homes, luxury cars, and the kind of rest that once felt impossible. The link sits in the description and comments. It will not stay there indefinitely. Open it while it is still available. Now listen again. The covering I placed over your name is not temporary. It is becoming part of the way you walk forward. Even after this particular rival falls silent, the covering remains. You will carry a quieter confidence, a deeper refusal to defend yourself in the old ways. That is the transformation happening beneath the surface. The battle over your name is teaching you to live from covering rather than from constant explanation. Type 333 if you trust the process even when the covering is still invisible to others. You may feel the urge to reach out and correct every misunderstanding. Resist that urge. Every time you choose not to grasp for control, the covering thickens. Every time you release the need to be understood by everyone, the hedge grows another layer. This is not passivity. This is partnership with the one who sees the entire board. I have already written the ending of this particular story. The rival's plan will not prosper. The name they tried to stain will shine with a different light, the light that comes from having been covered rather than having fought for itself. You will look back and realize the quiet endurance produced something stronger than any public defense ever could. And even now, as you are hearing this, the pieces continue to move. The closed door behind which I rearrange what you cannot see is still active. Trust that activity. You do not need to see every adjustment. You only need to stay under the covering and keep walking forward in the same integrity that first stirred my response. The season of quiet pressure is not endless. Its purpose is nearly complete. When the covering has done its full work, you will step into a clearer space where the old accusations no longer find soil. Until that moment arrives, remain steady. Do not compare your pace with anyone else's. Do not measure the delay by human calendars. My timing is not late. It is exact. Type 1010 if you choose to walk by faith under this covering. I am still holding the edge of the covering over you. I have not stepped away. The rival continues to move, yet every movement is already accounted for. You are safer than you feel in this moment. The heaviness you sense is the weight of something being restrained on your behalf, not the weight of something about to crush you. Let that distinction settle into your spirit. There will come a day when the covering becomes so natural that you no longer think about the threats that once kept you awake. That day is already being prepared. Until it fully arrives, keep returning to the quiet place where you first decided to trust me instead of defending yourself. That place is still open. I'm still there. The name they tried to ruin is the same name I have written on the palm of my hand. Nothing spoken against it can erase what I have already sealed. Walk forward under that seal. The covering remains. The hedge continues to grow, and the quiet strength forming in you is already enough for whatever comes next.